While working in tandem with their Jedi generals within the Grand Army of the Republic, many of the clone officers would go on to become the face of the Clone Wars, and some of the most popular characters within the Star Wars fandom. These include Captain Rex, Marshal Commander Cody, Commander Gree, Commander Wolffe, and Commander Bacara. But while these top officers would become some of the most important clone troopers during the galactic conflict, there's one lesser-known ARC trooper who had a hand in training all of them. In this video expose, we'll take a look at Alpha 17, the ARC trooper who established the training program that would train all of the most notable clone troopers during the Clone War. Alpha 17 would receive his name through his connection to the famous Alpha class of Advanced Recon Commandos. The Alpha class ARCs numbered only 100 in total, and were created as an improved version of the failed Null class. These clones were trained directly by Jango Fett, and underwent a cloning process that resulted in greater independent thinking than the average clone trooper. However, these ARCs were still significantly obedient to the Jedi during the conflict, as Jango trained them to follow the orders of their Jedi generals. Alpha 17 didn't first see action in the Battle of Geonosis, but 2 months later during the First Battle of Kamino. As the clones and Jedi, including Anakin, Obi-Wan, Aayla Secura, and Shaak Ti, failed to prevent the Separatists from invading the Central Armory, there was a risk that the Republic could lose an entire generation of clones, as they could be recruited into the Separatist army. Seeing no other option, Kamino Prime Minister Lama Su activated the facility's ARC troopers, sending them into battle to protect the younger clones. While Alpha 17 and his fellow ARCs were instrumental in rescuing the younger generation, there was still a risk the Separatists could make their way into the cloning labs. Beating the invading droids to the labs, Alpha horrified Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Shaak Ti when he revealed he entered a self-destruct code to kill an entire generation of clones, as Jango had instructed, telling them, they grow up loyal to the Republic or they don't grow up at all. As the Jedi implored Alpha to find another way, the ARC Trooper developed a new strategy for the Jedi to destroy the bridge leading to the cloning facility, and hold back the water using the Force as he aborted the self-destruct sequence. Having been crucial to the defense of the cloning labs and for his commitment to the Republic, Alpha 17 made an unforgettable impression upon the Jedi. Following his actions on Kamino, Alpha was chosen by Anakin and Obi-Wan to accompany them on a mission to Oma Dun, the largest moon of Naboo, and which had been settled by Gungans following the Battle of Naboo 10 years earlier. It was here where it was determined that the Separatists used a bioweapon to devastate most of the Gungan colony. But Alpha 17 and the Jedi would also have a confrontation with the bounty hunter Dirge and Asajj Ventress, and after a long, hard-fought duel, they forced them to flee before another bioweapon could be used against Naboo itself. Alpha was again chosen by the Jedi team of Anakin and Obi-Wan, this time on a mission to the Outer Rim world of Jabiim. It was here where the Republic was dealt one of its bloodiest defeats of the war. By the end of the fighting, 27 Jedi and over 10,000 clone troopers were lost. But it was also believed that both Alpha 17 and Obi-Wan had died in the fighting after a downed AT-AT exploded with them nearby. In reality, Alpha and Obi-Wan were taken into Separatist custody and imprisoned upon the planet of Ratatak. Here, Alpha would be brutally tortured by Ventress for information about the Republic's war effort. As a testament to his training, he refused to give up any information. Ultimately, both Alpha and Obi-Wan would escape from the prison, and with the help of Anakin and Ki-Adi-Mundi, they would fight their way off of Ratatak and make their way back to the Grand Army of the Republic. Following the terrible events of Jabiim and imprisonment by Ventress, Alpha 17 was required to spend the next several weeks recovering within a Bacta tank. Eventually though, the ARC Trooper would be sent back to Kamino. It was here where arguably his most important contribution to the Clone War would be made. After being promoted to the rank of Captain, Alpha wasn't merely sent back to Kamino to train the next generation of commanders for the galactic conflict, but he became the lead instructor of Kamino's training facilities. Known as the ARC Training Program, Alpha established and oversaw the training of the Clone Army's advanced officers. The first 100 enrolled in the training program was filled with names that are immediately recognizable to fans of the Clone Wars. Those who underwent Alpha 17's training were Rex of the 501st Legion, Apo of the 501st Legion, Gree of the 41st Elite Corps, Bacara of the Galactic Marines, Cody of the 7th Sky Corps, Bly of the 327th Star Corps, Neo of the 91st Mobile Reconnaissance Corps, Oddball of Flight Squad 7, and Wolffe of the Wolfpack Squad within the 104th Battalion. Literally, a who's who of clone officers. While Alpha's training program would play an instrumental role in the remainder of the war, his own personal efforts didn't end there. In the final months of the Clone War, Alpha would again join Obi-Wan, Anakin, and the Jedi Order's highest-ranking masters in the Battle of Boz Pity. During the battle, Alpha was once again horribly wounded, this time by General Grievous, who drove his lightsaber through Alpha's midsection, damaging his spine. Following the battle, Alpha was taken to a medical transport to be placed within a Bacta tank, and although he suffered serious injuries, appeared as though he would survive. However, with Alpha was the body of Asajj Ventress, who was believed to have been killed on the battlefield and was to be taken to Coruscant to have a proper funeral. As the medical transport was en route, Ventress emerged into the cockpit of the vessel, revealing that her demise had been a deception the entire time through the use of Sith meditation techniques. With Alpha 17 still on board, Ventress ordered the pilots to fly far away into the unknown, away from the Jedi, Dooku, and the Clone War. So there we have it, how Alpha 17 came to play an instrumental role in the training of the most recognizable clone officers. We love making these videos, so why not subscribe for more fun Star Wars theories and discussions? Also, if you enjoyed the video, think about giving a like or leaving a comment. Or perhaps follow us on Twitter, @SWReadingClub, for updates regarding the channel, or support the channel through Patreon for access to exclusive rewards and discussions. If not for me... For what the heck is going on here?